Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video talking about 10 luxury beauty products that are worth the splurge. So for me, these are products that really stand out to me in my collection. Maybe things that were a higher price tag, but I use them the most. I always reach for them. They're no fail. They just get the job done. A lot of times when you buy luxury items, sometimes they're not worth the money and you don't end up loving them, but these are products that stand out to me that I basically couldn't live without. Things that I just love, adore, always reach for. So I'm gonna go over 10 products. So if you wanna know the 10 products that I think are absolutely worth the splurge, then just keep watching. So the first thing that comes to mind when I think of luxury products that are absolutely worth the splurge is Silk. I am partnering with Lily Silk for this video, so thank you to Lily Silk for sponsoring this video. Lily Silk is the go-to place to get high quality silk products like pillowcases, scrunchies, PJs, bedding sets, blouses. For me, I love a silk pillowcase. There's so many benefits to having one. Sleeping on a silk pillowcase is one of the best things you can do for your skin and your hair. You want to look for 100% mulberry silk. That is the highest quality on the market, and that is what Lily Silk uses in all of their silk products. You can really feel the difference. I even have Ian sleeping on one of these because I'm like, come on, you got to get up with the beauty routine. Some of the benefits that silk has on your skin is less tugging, so anti-aging, because of the slippy silk texture. When you move, you're not tugging or creating creases or wrinkles on your skin. Silk is breathable, hypoallergenic if you suffer from allergies, and it's sleep promoting. It's just cool to the touch, very soft and smooth. It makes falling asleep a lot easier. Silk pillowcases are also great for your hair because they have less friction, which in turn is less damage, and they keep your hair smoother while you sleep. Lily Silk has a huge selection of colors and styles in terms of their pillowcases. If you get anything silk, I would recommend a pillowcase first, just because it's an affordable way to really take care of your skin and hair. I like the ones you can just slip your pillow in and out. It's just easy for me. And I started off with the white, but I do think I'm gonna go back and grab some different colors, maybe some tans, beiges, and creams. I think it's an affordable way to really take care of your skin and hair. It's my top pick if you're gonna go for silk products. Another silk product I swear by is silk scrunchies. Lily Silk has a ton of colors, ton of different styles. We have really small ones here, and then you have the big fluffy ones and everything in between. I have one in my hair right now. I'm that person that has to have my hair back all the time when I'm just around the house. And one of my biggest tips to you, if you want your hair to grow or you want less breakage, less frizz, less damage, silk scrunchies. When you use those elastics, they really do break your hair off. I've been there, trust me. So these are highly recommended by me. If you're somebody that always has your hair back, try to use silk scrunchies. It will be so much healthier for your hair. And if you really want that luxury experience, definitely check out the Lily Silk PJ sets. These pajama sets are to die for. They're so high quality, the detailing and the seams and the stitching. I'm gonna throw some close-ups, but wow, you can just tell how smooth and cooling this is on the skin. It just feels like butter on the skin. So here is the pajama set on. It's so cute and so soft and comfortable. It has these pockets here, and then it buttons up the front. And then they do have matching kind of capri length bottoms. So I will leave a link to all the products from Lily Silk in my description box, as well as a coupon code for you guys. I highly recommend incorporating silk into your beauty routine. It's just something that's so good for your skin and hair and self-care. So I will leave all the links down below. Thank you to Lily Silk for sponsoring this portion of the video, and let's get into other products I think are worth the splurge. Since we're on the topic of skin and hair, I have a hair product that I swear by. I used it today to get these beautiful curls. This is the best curling iron if your hair does not curl, in my opinion. I've tried so many different curling irons. It's unreal how many I own and how many I've tried. My hair is so fine that it will not hold a curl. I usually have to pin my curls or use texturizing spray, hairspray, all of the above, and they still drop. This is the only curling iron that I can do my hair and it will last for 2 to 3 days. The curls will actually still be there when I wake up the next day, which is unreal for me. It's an investment, but I highly recommend it. This is the T3 single pass 1-inch curling iron. So it does have a clamp. I prefer that, but you can also wrap around if you just want to use it as a wand. I don't know what sorcery is in here, but this keeps my curl more than any other curling iron. And that's why it's worth the splurge for me. I just basically curl my hair as normal. I don't even have to pin my curls. I just let them sit, let them cool for maybe 10, 20 minutes while I'm doing my makeup. And then I just run my fingers through or brush through. So I will link this down below, but if you struggle with your hair not holding a curl, highly recommend checking this one out. Next up, I wanted to shout out a couple brushes that have lasted me for years. They're high price tag, but they are worth the price tag in my opinion. And these are eye brushes from Smith Brushes or Smith Cosmetics. So these brushes I first saw Samantha Ravndal use. So I picked them up and I now have multiples of them. I have never had one of these fall apart ever. They work effortlessly. They are natural hair brushes. They work with creams or powders. And the two that I reach for the most are the 232 and the 230. So the 230 is a little bit smaller, still a blending brush, but really nice if you want to use on the lower lash line to smoke out or in your crease on the outer corner. If you want a bigger version of that, it's the 232. These are just effortless. They do the job every single time. They're always dirty because I reach for them. They're just such high quality. I know they're expensive. You can get a blending brush nowadays for a couple bucks, but these really stand out in my collection. And then an honorable mention is the Smith 220. Every time I use this, people ask me what I used, and I use this to apply eyeshadow just on my lower lash line. It has a little bit of density, but it still has enough give that it's not going to be stiff or hard to blend, but it still gets right in there to give you that color deposited where you want it to go. So these are definitely luxury priced brushes, but for me, they're worth the splurge because they're just effortless to use. They really do the job. My next product is Holy Grail status. I have not been able to find anything to compare to this. It's a high price tag, but it's worth it. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. So I bought the mini, went through it. Now I'm going on to the big size. Something special about this, and you guys have all purchased it and been like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm a nurse or I'm a teacher. I wear my mask all day and my makeup stays on. This is the best long-lasting set and spray I've ever tried, ever, ever, ever. There's something special about it. It does have almost like a cherry scent, so if you're sensitive to that, just note it. It kind of leaves a little bit of a tack for a couple minutes, but then it sets down. One thing I've noticed about this is that it also almost adds a little bit of a glow or hydration to your skin, whereas the all-nighter from Urban Decay, it really is just matte. This one has some sort of like skin melting ingredients. It almost is a 2-in-1. It gives me a little bit of that melting down of my powders, but this will keep your makeup on all day. If I was getting married, this would be what I would use. Now that I think back, I don't even think I used a setting spray on my wedding day, but this will lock your makeup in better than any other setting spray on the market. It truly is an expensive product and I almost didn't even buy it, but I thought, you know what, let me try it after I read some reviews, and the hype is real on this. If you purchase this, I know that it's a splurge, but you won't have to go through any other setting sprays because it just locks your makeup in all day. So next up, I have to give a shout out to this lipstick formula that I really didn't think I would like at all, and I use this daily more than any other lipstick in my collection. I like this formula because it's almost like that soft matte, but it still has a little bit of cream to it. It's comfortable, long lasting, and the colors are beautiful. So this is a lipstick from Clé de Peau. And I have to be honest, when I got these in PR, I thought, I'm not gonna like these. They didn't even swatch really well. And I was like, these are weird. They almost swatched like a sheer powder almost. These are called the Clé de Peau Radiant Liquid Rouge Matte Lipsticks. There's an array of colors. I have 3 here that I use the most. I use these every single day. These are great under masks. They're great because I can apply it and it's still on 5 or 6 hours later through drinking or eating. Whereas with a bullet lipstick, when I'm around my house and I do my makeup for the day, I don't typically reapply my lipstick, but I don't also want something that's matte, dry down, and cracking all day. So I have 3 shades here. You guys, these are incredible formula. If you can't stand the matte dry down that cracks, you would love these. They have a powder-like feel. So the first one is Gentle Dream. It is quite pink. This one is more of like a pop of color that I use again on those really natural days where I use like a pink blush and then I pop this on my lips. My My most used one is probably this, which is Touch of Blossom. I feel like a lot of people would love this one. It's more of a pinky nude. And you can see in the swatches, they don't look like anything spectacular, but on the lips, they're so comfortable and they hang on for quite a while. And then if they do come off after like 5 hours, you just reapply them and they don't gunk up or anything. The formula is really, really unique on this. And then if you want more of a neutral nude that has less pink, this is Cream Crush. So obviously they're all very similar, but I have to say when I was going through my collection, like what are products that are super expensive but that I use the most? I use these all the time. I don't use them on camera because I'm always trying new, but this is an effortless everyday throw on and go, put a mask on. It's not completely transfer proof like a matte lipstick, but it doesn't have, you know, the slip of a bullet lipstick, but it's not drying. I don't know really how to describe it other than comfortable, pretty long wearing, and gives you a matte kind of powdery finish on the lips with a little bit of hydration. So I've never heard anybody talk about these, but I have to tell you that when I run out of a couple of these colors, I will repurchase them. Now, you know I couldn't talk about luxury beauty products that are worth the splurge without mentioning my beloved Dior Backstage palettes. I use these palettes every single day. I have fallen in love with the packaging, the colors, the formula on this. So I use this shade to contour, a little bit of this as well. I don't typically use the top shades as much, but this is just the perfect contour palette. It's lightweight, nice quality, beautiful packaging, and the colors work for me. They blend beautifully. And then this one, I mean, you can see that I have gone in on this highlighter. When you have a huge collection, but you keep reaching back in for the same product, this is still to date one of my favorite formulas. So high shine, very similar formula to like the Amrezy ABH one in the sense that there's no powder kick up, but they're incredibly high shine. They don't enhance your texture. If you have not tried this palette yet, I urge you to buy this, even though I know it's older and it's not as exciting. This is one of my top picks, always in my top drawer. You'd have to fight me for it. You'd have to fight me for it because I love it. When I don't know what else to do and I'm just doing my makeup, just, you know, not trying new products, like let's say I'm going somewhere, I usually reach into this. Sometimes I'll add a little bit of the pink or the white to really pop, but it has this deep color as well. The formula on this is absolutely perfection. This is just one of my favorite products in general. These always sit top drawer, both of these, always. I never move them because they're just that good. So my next luxury pick that I think is absolutely worth the money, I've just noticed that, again, these are top drawer. I always keep them on hand, very similar to the Dior palettes or the Smith brushes. These are another set of brushes, and these are from Chikuhodo. These are so expensive. I bought these from Beautylish off of, I think, Michelle Wong's recommendation. She just kept using them, and I was like, wow, there must be something really special about these. I have two brushes in particular. These two, I just cannot be without. So for blush, I use the Takamori T4. It has the perfect density. These are goat hair brushes, and something about this just blends my blush perfectly. I really could go without every other blush brush. I always have this on hand. It just works perfectly. You can tell something about these brushes to stand out. Now I've purchased, you know, Wayne Goss brushes, other high-end brushes that I thought were not that great, but these are the ones that really stand out to me. There's something special about this brush, and from the same line, I have the T2, which is bigger, fluffier, and has a slanted angle to it. This is perfect for bronzing your skin. These are incredibly soft. They just blend my products seamlessly. Something about these is so special. They're just high quality and you can feel it. I love them so much and I use them every single day. Sometimes the products that I use the most, I don't show on camera as much because, you know, they're old and people want to see the new and exciting products. But these are staple products that I absolutely would repurchase. I think they're worth the high price tag. When I thought about this video concept, I knew immediately this product came to mind and I had to talk about them because they truly are special. Such a great formula. totally worth the price tag in my opinion, and that would be the Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes. So these are the midi size. She started out with the super high price tag, like the $200 ones, and then it went to 100 and something. Now she's kind of found that sweet spot with these around the $65 price tag. But I have here the bronze palette. This palette gets used and abused, honey. You can see I actually had one shatter, but these are like one of my most used formulas. The Natasha shadows are pigmented, blendable. The color stories are absolutely beautiful. This is the Love palette, another favorite of mine, just tons of pinks and purples. And then if you want that really cool tone look, the Glam palette is an absolute favorite. Just gives me that 90s vibes, like the supermodel vibes. Formula on Natasha shadows is really high quality. They just work. I don't have to fuss with them. They don't give me patching. They have high pigment, they blend, and I know they're pricey and they're a luxury price point, but I do think that they're worth it because they're so easy to use and they get the job done with no fuss. So I knew I had to talk about these in this video because they are one of my favorite luxury eyeshadow formulas. And the last thing I want to talk about is not a beauty product, but for me, it's a self-care product, sort of similar to the Lily Silk products in the sense that it's not a makeup product, but it's part of my self-care pamper routine. And that has to be Jackie Aina's brand Forever Mood candles. These are the most intense high throw candles I have ever tried. Ever since I bought her candles, I don't buy any other ones. And I've purchased, I think, every single candle that she has released except for 2. So this is one of her originals, Left on Red. She has so many different scents though. Another one I adore is Hey Big Head. The names are kind of funny, but that one's like a coffee mocha. It's delicious. This one's more springtime, flirty, just like more of a pastel soft kind of, I don't know, maybe in your bathroom kind of candle, whereas Hey Big Head is more of like that cozy gourmand scent. When I first saw the price tag, I was like, what? Like I can get my Bath & Body Works for like 10 bucks. But when I bought these, the presentation, the boxes they come in, the jars are heavy, beautiful matte coloring. It's just a luxe experience. And ever since I got these, I cannot go back. They are luxury price point, but the throw on these and how long they burn and they make your whole house smell incredible. I think it's totally worth the splurge. So for me, my days of the $10 candles are over because I would rather spend the money on these and they last forever and I don't have to keep repurchasing them. They look beautiful and they smell incredible. So if you haven't checked out her candles, just try one. And I think you'll be converted because they're just such high quality. All right, guys, so that's everything for my luxury beauty products that I believe are worth the splurge. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. These are products that stand out to me and maybe I don't get to show them on camera a lot, but I use them in my daily life pretty much every single day. So I will link everything down below. Don't forget to check out Lily Silk. I'll have it at the top of my description box. Please subscribe if you're new here. Let me know what your favorite luxury products are. What luxury products do you splurge on and it's worth the money for you? Let me know down below. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.